Hey, what is up, everybody? Hopefully everything is hooked up. As always, last minute rush. So it is less than a week, actually I guess a week until Bricks in the Six, which Chris and I are going to. It's a LEGO show in Toronto, and we're definitely getting down to the wire as far as finishing models and packing models for that event. In fact, we'll be driving down on Thursday, so we have less than a week to get everything ready. Of course, the biggest thing that needs to be done is the Museum of Nature. So we've been madly building for the last week, and today will be no exception. And hopefully today I'll polish off the east wing. Hopefully I'll get all the walls built up, and actually hopefully get the roof built up as well. So that's what we're doing today, and we're just going to jump right in because time is of the essence. Okay, who is in the chat? I see a bunch of people. R. Hamburg. Oh, excellent. Thanks. Eric's in the chat. Good morning. Good morning. Glad to see you guys here. Brian the Brick. Hey, how's it going? Biashal Bell. Hello. Oh, Lawrence. Oh, Lorraine is in the house. Down to the wire. Yep. Yeah, I'm actually a little bit concerned. There's a few little pieces of the design that aren't finished yet, and I'm a little bit concerned that I might need pieces that I don't have, which will be a whole thing of shenanigans. But we'll deal with that problem when we get there. Why time so fast? Yeah, I feel you. Hello, Lawrence, I love you. Well, thanks. Cheers. I appreciate that. Everybody likes sharing the love. Okay, so we're just going to jump right in because, and actually before we start building, I'm going to start taking apart a little bit. I actually want to redesign just a tiny bit of this. I'm actually running out of 1x1 by 5 brick high snot bricks. So there is one part of this design that uses them that doesn't really need to. So I'm actually just going to pop these out just to recover a couple, and they can be easily replaced. So that is what we will do. And then we will, I'm just going to shift all these over a little bit. Yeah, maybe we'll do one by one. Sadly, this is often part of what I do. I've lost count how many times I've built something and then had to rebuild it, at least in part because I've needed to. I mean, often I don't have to recover pieces like this, but often I change the design after seeing it and not being super happy with it. Yesterday I was working on the interior of the Queen's Lantern, and I spent, I don't know, had it all mostly working the way I wanted, and realized that everything was one stud. The walls were one stud off. And when that happens, it is just no bueno. This is not fun. Okay, I got a whole stack of bricks behind me, but I'm probably slowly going to transition them onto the table in front of me. And by the end of it, this whole table will be absolutely covered in bricks. Oh, Bill is in the house. Welcome. Bartos, hey. Just a no-name guy. Hey. Noob 101 is back. Eric, yeah, that's not fun. One stud can ruin the whole day. Yeah, it definitely. There's a lot of integrating different parts together. So Saw your update video. How did you solve the corners of the Queen's Lantern? Oh, with the panels, the gaping openings are not solved. They're just going to be that way, if that's what you're discussing. Maybe darker bricks for aged wall effect. Yeah. Well, you know, I'm working with what I got here. There was actually some discussion about what color to build the museum right at the very beginning, because tan... okay, I'm going to put this back on. Okay, excellent. That was easy. Tan is... actually not super accurate for the color of the museum, but in terms of Lego available colors, I think it is the one that looks the best. I mean, let's just take a look-see. Actually, I have some... I cannot tell you how useful Google Maps and Google Earth have been. I basically spend most of my day doing flybys of the museum. And especially as I've started working on the roof, I've been consulting Google Earth a lot to try and get the basic dimensions of all the HVAC and utility buildings at the top. But when we look at this building, it's not actually the same color tan as Lego tan. Although, again, it depends on the lighting as well. It's pretty cloudy on this particular day. Noob 101, I like to pour all my Lego on the floor. Don't mind stepping on the barefoot if I can find the parts I need, and I find the parts I need. That sounds a little bit unpleasant, to be honest. Danny, will your mock be displayed anywhere besides Bricks in the Six, anywhere in Ottawa? Well, nothing confirmed, but hopefully, yeah. At the actual museum, as a fellow Ontario Ottawan, I'd love to see it in person, yeah. We will bring it to the next Nature Nocturne that we're going to be participating at. So that's probably in the new year sometime. As far as actually having it like on loan to the museum, we haven't really started talking about that yet, but I certainly hope so. It would be very nice if that were to happen. Okay. And then we have these. Oh no. Okay, so this wall actually is now finished. Excellent. So, okay, and now that, since I have that view of Google Maps set up, I'm going to turn this, we're going to do this will be the back, actually. I've already started doing some prototyping on the roof. For example, I have this roof panel here. And on this end of the building, this will just be floating. In fact, I think I'm not going to connect it by studs at all. I think it's just going to be floating completely. If we go look at Google Earth, yeah, there's really not a lot on here. I mean, obviously this building juts out into it, which we will take care of at some point. But that will come a little bit later. For now, we're going to build this up. So build up these walls and these walls. And actually I want to join these two across the gap. But one thing I definitely have to keep in mind is that the interior galleries will go in here. And that's going to be a completely separate section that slides in and out. So I've calculated all this before, and hopefully I remember it all. But we need to build this up a little bit. I think I want 2 plates. I've also run out of 2x2 tan plates pretty much completely. I don't think I have any left in the house, but thankfully I have like a ton of 1x1s or 1x2s, so I can just make 2x2s by combining them. So I'm pretty sure this is the height that we need to bridge the gap across this. I'm running out of Lego and can't build what I want to make. Yeah, this is a common problem. Everybody has that problem. Oh, Amin is back. Welcome. What's up? Well, we're building the museum. So sloppy of you using tan bricks. Yeah, I know. It's taking the easy way out. I don't know. I don't even know why we haven't custom dyed some bricks. Okay, so I do believe this will be the right height to fit vertically to have enough space for the galleries. And hopefully I'm right in that, because otherwise nobody wants to have to rebuild stuff. For sure. Okay, on to this wall. So basically the way I build this, or I'm building this, is that we're gonna need a bigger table. Basically I try and mix these masonry bricks with regular bricks just to try and get a good variety of something that looks good. The one reason we do that is because masonry bricks don't come in all shapes and sizes, especially there's no corners. And also in a lot of these window sections, I need to use like snot bricks in here. So you're always going to have some smooth sides visible on the wall. So it's better to kind of introduce other smooth bricks within the masonry bricks so that they don't stand out as much, the ones that have to be smooth. So that's why we kind of use a mix of smooth and masonry bricks all at the same time. Otherwise it ends up just looking a little bit wonky. So we don't like go too crazy with the smooth ones, but just introducing a few makes it look a little, oh, that's the wrong color. A little bit better in the end, at least in our opinion anyway. Noob has 99% Lego feet. Amazing. Are you still putting the squid in the lantern? Bill, yeah. That is the plan. Andrew, I think you have more value in Lego than the value of the house I live in. Wow. Let's not blow things out of proportion. We don't have that much. Okay. What are we doing here? Okay, actually, I'm gonna change that up a little bit. It's nothing like doing things last minute. Okay, we got that. And then we also need to add another set of rails. And I'm not sure what the intent of these metal rails are, if they're actually structural or mostly just decorative, but They are all over the museum. Why not use square plates instead of two by twos? You're trying to increase those Lego brick count. Yeah. Absolutely. Gotta pad the numbers, my friend. And for the floating roof, actually, while I'm doing this wall, or both these walls, I'm going to add some bricks on the interior to support the roof. But I actually don't want studs exposed on these bricks, I've decided. I actually want them to be tiled so that the roof will just float on top, because I guarantee I'm going to need to be able to lift off the roof easily to get inside for whatever random maintenance of things. There's the animations exist in here, so I could potentially see things breaking or falling apart. So I've decided to just have the floating roof instead of having it be to have the roof floating on top instead of actually be studded down. So yeah, I'm just gonna put some random and another trick, because the door rails don't exist in one, I already know from doing all the previous levels that this is an odd number of studs distance, so I can't actually use door rails the whole way because there's one stud missing. But if you put these jumper plates on, they extend out like half a stud, so it kind of eases the transition of the door rails, or continues. And another piece I'm really running low on are the 1x2 door rails. In fact, I do not think I will have enough to complete the whole building, but we shall see about that in the end. I might still have some floating around, I'm not sure. Our Hamburg hand painting them all single shanties. Yeah. It would definitely be add a completely another level of work to paint your Lego bricks. And again, we'll just kind of randomly put some pieces in here. And this roof, actually the roof that sits on this section, when I was thinking about it, I actually think I want just a couple studs connecting it just so it doesn't slide off. So we will leave some exposed studs there. Oh, excuse me. So yeah. Okay. All right. So we got these door rails, and then again, we're gonna continue. And then this one, actually this part of the wall is lower than this part of the wall. In fact, this is the last door rail. And then we have the, whatever you call them, battlements? I don't even know. The like staircase top of the castle walls. I definitely not up to date on my castle terminology. I like your Lego cup. Cheers, thanks. I've not watched any of the live streams before, only the videos you post. It's really fun to watch. Oh, thanks. Appreciate that. Yes, it's having access to moving areas is always a good thing. Absolutely. Although having this all open also means that I drop an excessive amount of pieces. I cannot tell you how many times I've been working on like the tops of the walls and pieces dropped in, and then I've had to fish them out with tweezers, which can be kind of annoying. Oh yeah, Emversalo 82. Sometimes I wish Lego would come out with a corner rail piece. I kind of agree with you, inside and outside. So one stud on those kinds of corners wouldn't end up naked. Yeah, as a result of not having a corner rail piece, you do get this situation. Same with the inside corners here. There's a gap. Our Hamburg, we painted the windows. Yes, we did mark the windows. That was definitely something we did. Okay. Yeah, so here is where we actually start. I'm gonna need some 1x3s. Oh, crenellations. Thank you so much. Yeah, so actually this section of the wall, we're actually starting the crenellations. But there will be, which we've already done on the east wall here, as you can see, but we'll basically do the same way here right away. Yeah. Where did those just go? Actually, I'm just gonna slide all these over a bit. Okay, so now these crenellations on the back wall are actually undecorated, I believe. I better go verify that. Because one thing we've discovered when working on this museum is that not everything is the same. Yeah, for example, on the front of the building, these actually have shields on them. Kind of like these shields. But on the back of the museum, they do not. Which, yeah. That's definitely happened multiple times while I've been working, is that I've just assumed that the design aesthetic has kind of carried through the whole way, and that is not the case. Which kind of... And then you discover that later, and it all kind of gets messed up. Love from Korea. Cheers. Booty bang bros. Yo, what's up? And I need 1x1. I do have a lot of 1x1s. In fact, maybe I'll put these in the middle. Did you make artwork stickers yet? Or will there be none? Bill. Actually, I just got the interior prints from Marc-Andre from Million Prints. Actually, they look fantastic. They are off to the side. I will get them at some point. Yeah, let me see if I can get those just to show you eventually. Yeah. Marc-Andre did a phenomenal job with these. This will be the header over the door. The actual name of the building is the Victoria Memorial Museum. Obviously, everybody calls it the Museum of Nature, but this is the official name of the building. So this will go over the door. Then we do have some nature.ca. These actually go on the roof in the back on some of the buildings. In fact, it should be mounted like right here, I think. And then we do have entrance signs, which you will not be able to see on video. In fact, they're barely legible, but I mean, they are actually legible, which surprised me, but they look phenomenal. And then we still plan to do some prints for the interior displays, but those will happen after Bricks in the Six. Fantastic looking priestess. The whole build looks gorgeous. Thank you so much. We're definitely trying our best. And so far, we are pretty jazzed about the whole thing. It is coming together quite nicely. Are you getting sponsored by Museum of Nature? No, this is just a personal passion project. So printed bricks instead of stickers, that's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really... As you probably know by now, I'm not a big fan of stickers. Or if you don't know, I am not. I'd rather just get stuff printed. I think it just looks so much nicer. And obviously obviously this is going to be a very expensive project. So whatever, why not spend the extra money to get some nice printed pieces. Okay, crenellations are... oh, I think we have, yeah, this will be a 1x3 actually. Okay, excellent. That looks good, I think. Yeah, it looks great. 1, 2, 3, 4. Roof. Yeah, I do believe that is the way we want it. Okay, excellent. Everything looks like it is. Okay, so now we can do the crenellations on... Well, actually, before we do that... Oh yeah, I wanted to redesign this brown trim on here. Basically is the roof level, but then these tan ones are kind of ugly. And I know it's a very, very small detail, but I actually want to slightly redesign this. Also, again, I'm running out of pieces. So this particular piece in tan, I have used them all. But I need, I think, 4 more for the smokestacks at the back of the center section. So I realize I don't need to use these here, these particular. So I can take 2 from each of these. And we'll move that there, there, and there. And then if I use brown ones instead, because it's at the same level of the brown roof, it'll actually look a little bit better if these were actually brown. But then I can recover those tan ones. So as a little bit of a happy accident. And then I just need a brown 1x2. Which is in here somewhere. Okay, excellent. Yeah, so now, and where did that go? Yeah, so now we have brown trim to match the roof line, a little bit more, but I'm actually missing a few of these pieces. Also on the back, on this side as well. Well, we have to do the same thing on this side, but I'm missing some wall segments on here, so I better build those up as well. Eric, Jason doesn't like stickers. I'm shocked. Yeah. Big surprise. Are you doing this without instructions, Ryan? Well, there's been a lot of planning ahead of this. So obviously I've already calculated a lot of the overall dimensions and how we want it to look. So now I'm just like finishing it, which, yeah, no, I don't have instructions for this. Did you buy the printed bricks and stuff from millionprints.com? Yeah. I'm good friends with Marc Andre, who runs Million Prints. So, and he also lives like 2 hours away in Montreal. So shipping is quick. There's no customs issues. It's a great resource to have nearby. Ryan, it's not an official build. Yeah, this is all custom designed by Crystal and I. Okay, I need, how many of these? I need 1, 2, 3 wall sections. So, we'll build those up. And actually, I'll probably need, just to look at the west wing, because the west wing, I'll have to do the same thing, but some of these towers are somewhat complete. Well, I need 2 more on the west wing as well, so I need a total of 5. So we're just going to build up 5 of those. I'm actually going to slide this out a little bit, just so I have some room. You probably won't be able to see much. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Need 10 of those. And how are we building this? We need cheese slopes. And 1x2 snot bricks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have you built anything this size before? Nothing. Definitely nothing with as many pieces. I did build the math and computer building at the University of Waterloo campus. Probably like 15 years ago, maybe more. I don't know. It was actually a fair size. It was probably almost as big as this. Wow, maybe like half, maybe 2/3 or half the size in terms of footprint. Okay, we have these, and then in order to connect these to, I have a 2x2 plate with the bars around it, octagonal bars around it. And these are all clipped to that using clips. So I need, for these ones, I need a jumper plate, 1x1 brick, and a clip. So jumper plates, I brought out already. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So put jumper plates on. Actually, it's probably a better way to do this. Put these all on the ground. And these will all be hidden, not invisible. So I'm just going to use like dark gray colors that I don't really build with anymore. so I don't use all my tan bricks. Thanks for your channel. My nephew and I love watching your builds. Oh, cheers. It all looks beautiful, and those printed pieces are just beautiful. Thanks so much. And Versalo, it's really, or Mr. Versalo, I don't know. M82, that's what you're going to be called right now. It's really fascinating how those corner towers are built at a 45-degree angle to the main building. Thanks. Yeah. If you watched any of the shorts on how these came together, it is a bit complicated. But, well, actually, I guess you can see right there. I cannot even remember how many prototypes I must have gone through to get that. To get the shaping that we wanted and the transitions to be really, really nice and clean. Okay, and now we also have a clip on the top of this. But of course, it all makes everything. People ask, you know, all the time how many pieces are in it, which we don't really know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But even for like a small detail, like this one panel wall will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 pieces just in each of these. And if you look, like, obviously there's 8 wall panels. And actually these ones probably have 10. There's 8 segments, so that's roughly like 80 pieces just on the walls of this. And there's 4, so that's like 32 pieces. Or 320 pieces just for, and then plus the base. So there's like probably 400 pieces just in this section of the wall throughout the model, which might give you an idea of how many pieces are in the whole thing. Where did my... The piece count definitely adds up. So now we're putting the cheese slopes on sideways so that, yeah, so now that when we clip this in here, try to make sure it's centered. Yeah, the cheese slopes can mesh together at their tips. And I do need some tiles still. M82, I did see those. Very useful techniques for custom locks with octagonal walls, yeah. I mean, at this particular size for sure. Depending how big you want your towers to be, there are other ways to do it as well. Okay, there, and then each one of those needs 2 by 2. Well, actually, you could probably just use a 1 by 2, but I don't think I'm running out of 2 by 2, so might as well 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there was one missing already, so I'll get 6. Okay, these are all built up. Excellent. Okay, so yeah, that looks great for this tower section. Got all the colors that we need the right way. We actually might as well finish this one up too. Let's pop these in here. Oh, actually, before I do that, I did want to, yeah, retrieve these angled pieces. And hopefully I have enough, yeah, the brown. Oh yeah, it appears that I do. Excellent. Okay, we got the brown underlayer. Excellent. Okay, okay, those are built. So actually, we'll these. I definitely need these like corner tiles, but I'll put them back in the container they came from. Hopefully, I don't need these clips anymore. And we'll bring this guy back forward a bit. Noah, did you have to do any orders for this particular mock, or did you have enough parts in your collection? Oh yeah, we had to make a lot of orders. I do not have this many parts in specific colors and pieces. Like, there's definitely some crazy quantities too. I think we ordered like 710 jumper plates, and I think I've used most of them already. Because underneath each window are 4 jumper plates, as well as elsewhere in the building there are a lot of jumper plates. So I used a ton of tan and dark tan. The foundation basically has jumper plates along the entire circumference of it to get the half stud offset. Same with masonry bricks. In fact, probably ordered like 500 of these, and I think this is it. This is all I have left. So thankfully the walls are almost done. Yeah, there's a lot of pieces that we ordered in a huge amount of quality or quantity. Will you glue the set to make it sturdier? No. This thing is a tank. It's actually pretty solid. Well, I say that. Hopefully, we'll see when we transport it to Toronto how it holds up. Okay. Actually, I just want to go look at I have some of this finished on the west wing, so I just want to make sure that I do have everything at the right height. So I'm just gonna pop over. Oh yeah, that should be under. Excellent. Okay, yeah, we're good to go. Okay, so now we'll do the crenellations on this corner. And I do believe if we look at our set, or oh, my phone, why is my phone so noisy? There's so many notifications. We need to, yeah, and of course the crenellations aren't all the same size. And these ones have the shields on top. And again, the shields are different sizes as well. These ones are the large shields. On the front section, there's some small shields as well. So for these shields, I just want to make sure I put them in the right spot. Yeah, there. But there is, we'll do a row of just a mix of masonry and static bricks as well, or regular size bricks. Yeah, what looks good here? I guess I can go back to and I do believe that Oh, actually, this wall will need to start building some of the infrastructure for the... Oh man, this tan. I don't know if you can see that, but some of these tan bricks I have are pretty old. Yeah, this is like actually a slightly different colored tan. Oh yeah, you can, I don't know if you can see, but it's like a slightly different shade, which is, I'll just reject that one for now. Okay. And for the large shields, I'm actually using these snot bricks to build the shield onto. And they are roughly centered. Well, actually, this one I know is directly above the window line. And I do believe this one is directly above the buttresses on the side, but obviously I can't easily center it. It'll be one stud off, or half a stud off, but that's fine. Oh, Bruno's in the house. Progress video looks great. Thanks. Appreciate that. Hopefully, Bruno, as discussed in one of the other update videos, has built the Museum of History, which is absolutely phenomenal looking. I haven't had the pleasure of seeing it in person yet, but I'm really looking forward to seeing it at Bricks in the Six. Bill, no Craggle, no. Yeah, I don't think we'll use any glue of any sort. I think there are a few, the friction fit windows above the main entrance. They stay in place pretty well, but for moving this model around, we might put some like 2-way tape just to make sure those don't fall out in transit. We'll see. Brian the Brick, welcome. M82 for the top layer of the tower. Oh, where we've used the headlight bricks for the small details. How did you compensate for the offset when connecting them to the middle parabolic ring? Yeah, they're actually I think they're just rammed in there. Oh, actually I have 2 headlight bricks back to back is how I did it. So the headlight bricks, obviously the back of the headlight bricks are here. So there's a little stud facing out there. They actually go into the back of these headlight bricks, which has the jumper plate on. And that's just to get the space. I just like a happy accident to get the spacing all right. Northern Time 18, hi. Okay, so yeah, we got those. Oh, and actually another piece I think I'm running pretty low on are for the bottom of these shields. We're using, I'm just gonna tile these up, quarter round tiles in dark tan. And I know I have a small bag somewhere. I mean, for now I'll try and dip into my bin of them, but I don't actually think, I know there's a small bag floating around somewhere. I will have to find it for some reason. And this container is getting super full. I definitely need to sort those out a little bit. I'm just gonna dump these. I did see another dark tan in here. Yeah, so basically these shields are maybe we have enough to do the other one. Yeah, I don't see any more. this bin. It's just a small bag, so there's so many like bags of stuff around this room. I have no idea where it went, but it'll show up at some point. Okay, so crenellations. So the corner of the crenellation is a high point. No, second high point. Yeah, there's basically 3 levels to these. There's low level, mid level, and the shields are the high level. So the corners are mid level, and I believe I think we're gonna make it too long on this way. Well, let's just see what happens here. So we'll go 2. And then I think we'll only get 1. Again, obviously the crenellations on the real building are pretty uniformly spaced, but because we're dealing with Lego studs, we have to make some sacrifices. But as long as it looks reasonably accurate, I think that's all we care about. Excellent. Oh, there we go. This is what happens. Thankfully, it's not too bad location-wise. I think I can retrieve that with some tweezers. Except I don't actually know where my tweezers are. Let me just take a quick look-see. Found them. Might as well get it while I remember. Oh, success. I do need to get, I know you can get super long tweezers, which I really need to get. I need to get a pair of those. Bookvex. I've never actually seen you. Well, now you have. Lego down. Yeah, Lego down indeed. Okay, but it's not too bad. Actually, I do think there's one piece buried somewhere in the museum that I was never able to retrieve. It's just gonna be there forever. That's all there is to it. Okay, those crenellations look great. Okay. Okay, and actually this transition here, I'm just gonna, again, we'll turn this a bit. Actually, let's tidy up a little bit. Just so that some of these pieces I will not need again. Oh yeah, that, well, might need one of those later. As I move this model around, I can totally see knocking pieces off all over the place. So we're gonna work on the other side. Actually, let's just get that before I forget. Oh, where are they? Okay, that is all looking great. So we're basically gonna do the same thing on the back corner. And actually, while it's open a little bit, I'm going to add supports for for the roof. So as I said, I just want tiled pieces. I actually added some bricks already, but we're gonna remove those because I do want tiles. So I'm actually gonna take. Hopefully, I don't drop any of these. So I'm just lowering that by a plate. And then I'm just going to put a tile on top. That way the roof will have something to, same with here. I'm just going to put 2 bricks and a tile so that way the roof can just rest in there. Yeah. Excellent. We'll put those, and then we'll basically do the same. I'm gonna take these off. So basically from this layer, I want 2 bricks and a tile is how we want it to be. So I'm going to put 3 supports on this wall, inside of this wall. Again, it doesn't really matter what colors these are. Excellent. And then we'll do the same over here. Okay, and then we also need a support in that very corner. Support there. Okay, excellent. Okay, so basically we're just gonna build these crenellations up as well. So we'll start with our metal rail, as we did on the other one. Excellent. How did you get the octagonal shape on the 2 sides? It looks amazing. Wow. Thanks. Yeah, it's all just keyed off this 2x2 plate with the octagonal bars around it. And all of the wall sections are clipped onto the bars of that octagonal piece. At least, yeah, that is how most of them are built. Some of the walls that align with the grid are just kind of brick built on, but the ones at a 45-degree angle to the Lego grid are done that way. Okay, Yeah. So back to crenellations. Oh, I need a 1x8 plate. Oh, and discussing like ordering parts. I've also ordered, like when we first started, I wasn't really sure what exact parts I needed, so I just ordered a bunch of stuff. So like 1x8 plates. Turns out I didn't actually use that many 1x8 plates, but I did buy a ton of them. So I'll have a lot of those left over. 2x6 plates too. I thought I would use a lot more than I ended up using. So I do have a lot of extra pieces. Oh my god, this 1x3 is also very like dark tan. Get that out of there. How's the build going? Build is going great. What are we at? We're at an hour. I was hoping to get the walls finished and most of the roof during the live stream. So we'll see how we do on that. I think another hour. Yeah, we might be able to. We'll see. We shall definitely see. Okay, shields. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure this is the front of the building. This also has yeah, we're just gonna, where are we going here? Go to the front of the building. What are we on, the east wing? Yeah, okay, so we also have big shields. Yeah, so this is, yeah, big shields looks exactly the same as the back. Yeah, but here you see this connecting breezeway between the wings and the central section. On the front, they have these smaller shields. They're just ever so slightly smaller, but I think we'll actually do a whole stud smaller. We haven't really worried about that yet. Okay, but anyway, yeah, these shields look the same. Excellent. So obviously I'm running out of, or I can't find those quarter round tiles, so we'll just leave those off for now, but we can put the tops of the shields on. I guess there's a new piece. There's actually a new 2x2 tile with half of it being curved. I have no idea if it comes in dark tan, but I could definitely use that if it does come in tan. And I might actually, there are a few parts of the design that I might modify over time, like if that part actually does get released in dark tan, if it isn't already. I could totally see buying a bunch of them and swapping them out. Later. Oh, is that in the right spot? Yeah, that is in the right spot. Interesting. Oh yeah, we're good to go. Oh yeah, and that one we're gonna do 3. Interesting. Bill, lucky the towers weren't heptagonal, 7-sided. Yep. Thankfully, I'm guessing that's not a common castle shape, tower shape. Thanks for the answer. Oh, Shiaki was asking about the octagonal shapes. I love watching builds in progress, as well as the interesting learning new techniques. Well, I appreciate you appreciating that. Okay. Excellent. That looks great. I think. Is there stuff inside the building? Fuzzy slippers. Yes, there are lots of things. Oh, you can see a shark. You can see a shark in the corner. If I rotate this axle, drive axle, the shark moves. Swims in a circle. Obviously, there's no swimming sharks in the actual museum, but Crystal thought it would be super cool to have these little Easter eggs, thematic Easter eggs related to the contents of the museum. It just makes it a little more fun instead of just being a boring architectural piece. Oh, United Game Studios, computers hacked. Wow, that's too bad. Yes, that round 1x2 half tile does come in tan since 2022. Excellent tan. Or dark. Does it come in dark tan though? Is that what you mean? Yeah. Okay. Actually, that would save a lot of, well, save a few parts anyway. Okay, so in theory, I have the crenellations done, and I have, actually there's one thing I need to do on this. Actually, I did notice that these plates I have on the side, actually they need to be one stud in. Because I have a jumper plate here to get this one wide door rail facsimile. It actually extends into the interior by half a stud as well. So this plate I had right on the edge actually interferes with that. So we need to move that in on either side, which is not that big a deal. And I think that's it for, yeah, so in theory, this should pop right in. Oh yeah, excellent. Yeah, fits in nicely. It's pretty well supported. Excellent. Yeah, it looks good actually. Oh, Eric, dark tan, sadly no, just tan. Yeah, but maybe it'll come out in dark tan at some point. Okay, so on to the roof, and then yeah, we'll obviously have a section of roof here as well, which I guess we can start building up. So if we take a look at, okay, yeah, we gotta start looking at the roof here. So where are we? East wing. This is the east wing. Yep. So we do have some infrastructure here. So I was prototyping some stuff related to this earlier. For example, the roof angle. I have a prototype to get a nice roof angle, and I think that looks pretty good actually compared to the real thing. So we have this section of the building. Oh yeah, and the stacks. If you watched my update video this morning, I still don't have a design finalized for the stacks. I might just leave those for now. I'll just note where they go. But this I measured all these actually from the satellite imagery, and I think we're going to go 6 studs wide on this section of the building and 12 studs wide on the rest. And then I actually do have some prototypes. I guess that's all we have to do is that building and this HVAC venting. I have a little prototype of that, which I put together. I'm just going to use wheel hubs, which I think actually look pretty good as vents. But there are actually quite a few different versions of this. So depending on what I have, actually I have 2 different versions here already because I actually don't know how many I have. It might be a bit of a mix and match until I can order some parts in. But yeah, that's that. Oh, Bruno is still in the house. When you dropped a piece, it reminded me I need a tool to retrieve pieces in the abyss as well. Just ordered a 2-foot, flexible claw grabber with LED. Wow, that is next level. I was just gonna get a long pair of tweezers, but man, that sounds like so much better. I'll have to look at. I didn't even know something like that existed, so I'll have to check that out. Those stacks look like they could be 2x2 round pieces or so. Yeah, they could be. I think we'll do the roof infrastructure first, and then or the buildings, and then we'll see how the stacks look. So I think I'm just gonna start. Oh, and actually, I'm gonna have the building's not gonna be continuous, or it's not gonna be connected. I'm gonna build this little section that juts out onto this roof separately, so that they can be removed independently. We'll do that. What did I say? I think I did calculate this all out at some point. I think we'll go 5 studs, 6 studs in. No, 5 studs in and 6 studs wide. And of course it's got to be centered. Where's the center? So that I do believe is the center. Oh no, it's not even the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not even the right width. I do have some 1x6. So that will be the end of that building. And then we actually do need to build a roof. I also bought an absolute ton of 6x8 brown plates. Because a lot of the roof is 6x8 brown plates. So I actually have a prototype of this section as well. So I'm just gonna, because I was measuring the distance of the buildings earlier. So we're basically going to kind of build this. That's for the west wing. So we're going to do the same for the east wing. I'm just going to get some parts. So we will build this up. M82, yeah, with some kind of hubcap piece on top. Yeah, I haven't, for the stacks, I haven't delved too deeply into my hubcap collection, so I'll pull all those out at some point and try and figure that out. For the wheel hubs, that would work if they are different. Oh, some could just be running while others are off. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Oh, actually, interesting. This 1x8 plate is already broken. And again, it won't be hidden by the building, so it doesn't really matter. Brittle brown strikes again. Okay. And then, again, we'll want some support. Actually, the interior, the galleries that will live inside here, they'll be flush with the bottom of the roof, so they will have kind of built-in supports. Or the roof will have a built-in support once the galleries are inside. I haven't built the east wing galleries yet for okay, but then this will sit like so. Excellent. Okay, but to give you an idea, yeah, maybe I'll do that. I'll just show you. I have the west wing gallery. It won't fit in here. Well, I mean, it'll be the same size, so, but I'll just pull it out of the west wing. So these are the west wing galleries. And obviously this is reversed, so these are all lit actually. There is wiring coming out of this side to connect to the central section. But essentially what happens is that this, actually I'm just going to take this off for now. Will fit here, and it can slide in and out. Excellent. Well, for whatever reason it's hitting somewhere, but anyway, you get the idea. Let me take this roof section off. Yeah, there we go. So obviously, and actually this will make transporting it a lot easier as well, because the whole galleries can slide all the way in to the wings, and then when they're displayed, the galleries actually get slid into the center section so you can see more of them. And then there will be a removable wall panel here, so you can see the galleries. Andrew B, I know the HVAC stuff on the roof is needed, but it did spoil the effect of the crenellations. Yeah, it is, unfortunately. I mean, I guess I could have built, or we could have built this before all the renovations, although there would have been some old HVAC stuff up there. But, you know, it is part of the building, so we decided to do it accurate to the current way it looks. Will the middle section of the roof remain when the walls are removed? Yeah, so even with these galleries in here, this section of the roof will stay on top, as well as this. Oh, lost another piece. What did I lose? Oh, I see it. We'll see if we can get that. So, we're an hour and a half in and I've already lost 2 pieces into the abyss. Can I get this out easily? That one might have to wait until I can fandangle my way in there a bit better. Wolfpack finally made it one of these streams. Oh, cheers, thanks. Shiaku just looked at the 2-foot extension clog grabber with LED, and I can confirm that it is way cooler than long tweezers. Awesome. Eric, you two have been busy. Looks amazing. Cheers, thanks. Shiaku, oh my god, the galleries look incredible. Oh yeah, just wait till they're lit up. They actually look like top notch when the lights are on. But I don't have any way to light them unless I actually connect it all together. I should have just wired up a USB cable with a connector just so that I could actually wire it up better. Okay. Or just so I could test the lighting easily. But I don't have one right now. Oh. Exanimo. Hey, brother, I'm a big fan. Oh, cheers. Eric. Another Lego down. Oh, no, yeah. Yeah, that happens. Okay. Yeah, what do we have going on here? 3 studs in is how I decided to do this building. So we're just going to frame this up. And these buildings on the top are pretty basic. They do have vertical... actually, if we go back to the Google... Yeah, they actually do have like vertical lines on them, whatever paneling they're using. So long term, I think I would rather have like tiles clad on the outside of the bricks. But again, in the interest of getting this finished for bricks in the 6, I think we're just gonna go with basic stacked bricks. And I think I might look at tiling them later. I mean, we'll see how it looks with basic bricks, and if it doesn't look too bad. And somewhere in here, actually, so what is this? This is the front. Yeah, so that'll just sit on there. And I do believe that is chill. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, so these will be supported. And just to give you an idea of what it will look like. Roof. Hold on, I'm just getting the... This is the removable wall panel, which will hide the galleries when it's assembled. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, it's starting to come together. Excellent. Okay, but we'll put that aside. Okay, so front, back, and then the roof will go somewhat up here, and I think we'll go... What do we have going on here? I think the infrastructure, there is this, it's hard to tell on the Google Earth imagery, but this venting panel, where are we? Oh, we're on the front now. We need to go back to the back. We're in somebody's garden. We need to get out of there. This is not where we want to be. We want to be on the road. Let's get on the road. Come on, you can do it. Okay, right. Yeah, this is some kind of vent stack. I have no idea. Oh, and here's the nature.ca printed bricks that I have from Marc Andre. So, yeah, for this one, I'm going to use... We're going to use grill bricks. And I actually prototyped a little bit with dark gray. But actually, even though it's obviously slightly darker than the other buildings, but it's actually not darker enough, I think, to go with dark bluish gray. it looks, there's like too much contrast. So I think I'm just going to build them with light bluish gray, and we'll just use these. We'll just stack these up. Of course, this is on the back, so actually, can I turn this around again? No. Actually, I did kind of already calculate where these go, but I will just pull this off. And we're just gonna put them like one stud out of the main building. I really need to get access to the roof to really see, because whatever unit this is, it is slightly detached from the main building. At least that's what it looks like from the imagery. Or it's kind of attached, but it's kind of detached. Obviously, this isn't like super accurate, but there's a gap between them. So who knows what's actually going on in here. Also, the venting also appears to be slightly detached from the building or offset a bit. So we're just going to do the best we can. And as far as height goes, actually, I'm just going to go 3 high for now. Not actually sure how tall to make it. And oh yeah, regarding dark bluish gray versus light bluish gray, this will be easy to swap in and out. So if I find there's better looking with dark bluish gray, we'll go with that. So that'll be that. And then the vents will be oriented here. And I might do a half stud offset on those. Yeah. We'll see. Let's go back to the imagery. Yeah, again, it's not... it's not... Oh, interesting. What do we got going on here? Oh, actually, I'm already messed that up. It needs to be on this side. So even though right now I have this build, the building is oriented, it needs to be rotated 180, but we're just gonna assume this section of the building is like so. And then the other thing is there are some vents. There are some vents here as well, which are, you can just see the tops of them here, those vents. Those vents go pretty much from this level, so we're actually gonna do those the same as well. Actually, we'll go down the road a little bit. See if we can get a better angle of... Oh yeah, that's not too bad. So it pretty much goes to the top. Okay, so we're just gonna... I'm a big fan of just building and seeing what it looks like and then fixing it later if it doesn't look better. I'm a big fan of iterative design approach. So we'll build a wall. If the wall doesn't look good, we'll rebuild it. And then on the front, I do believe it's actually just solid wall across the whole way. RGM Bricks is in the house. Welcome to the stream. It's very exciting. Very exciting. Oh my god, these are all different colors too. These all came from the same order. Oh my god, there's definitely like one brick in here that stands out as being kind of milky. We'll get that out of there. Actually, this one too. I tell you, Lego with their color accuracy issues. Not great. Light gray should be fine because the texture creates a shadow across it, making it appear slightly darker. Good point. Oh my god, these bricks are absolutely terrible. You probably can't tell in the stream, but there's like so many differences. Okay, but that will look great, I think. Then we have a venting here. Actually, I think I do want to... do I do offsets? Yeah, I think it'll just be more visually interesting if we do some offsets. If I just offset that, even though it might not be 100% accurate. Sometimes you just got to take some artistic liberties, and since I do have so many of these, I'm just gonna slide these in here. And so we're just gonna make like a cavity, and we're just gonna mount the exhaust infrastructure in here separately. And actually, I really like the idea of doing half stud offset either way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the double jumpers. I'm going to put some double jumper plates on the roof here. Yeah, and then we're gonna mount this half stud. So obviously I put that in the wrong spot, but we'll put one there, pop this guy off. So from a bird's eye view, it will be half stud offset. From there, obviously, I've got to build that up a little bit, but for now, and then we're just going to put that yeah, I think that'll look sharp, actually. Yeah, but obviously that has to be built up. I wonder what color. Assume that's also light gray. Yeah, whatever. It's so hard to tell. But assume it's all light gray. Yeah, let's take a look. See here. I mean, it's not actually that offset that much, but I think it'll be cool to have it offset that much. So, and also, I'm just going to assume that it's going to be vented. Whether it's not, whether it is or not, who knows? That's fine. Sometimes you just got to make stuff up. We'll add some vents onto the side of it as well as the front. At least on that level, maybe. Zach Davies, what's the story of this building? This is the Museum of Nature. In Ottawa, Ontario. Crystal and I just decided to, well, our local Lego club decided to do a little project where we build different iconic buildings in the Ottawa region. So we thought it would be cool to build this one. And obviously I think I will also want this row of vents centered with this gap, which is now 7 studs. So we're gonna need to offset that as well. Some jumper plates. So that it is. Yeah, and I'm actually just gonna get, again, for ease of use or ease of prototyping, I'm just gonna build this up onto, I think the heights of all of these will come out in the wash. But yeah, so now we'll offset it by half a stud so that it's centered with the opening of that. And actually, I might actually bring it, I might double jumper it as well to bring it a bit closer, just so that, yeah, I think it'll look better with a half stud offset. Build. The Victoria Memorial Museum building was initially designed to mirror the Canadian Parliament buildings as part of the larger envisioned planned capital. Look at Bill dropping us some Wikipedia knowledge, maybe, or from their website. Okay, excellent. And then we have this roof. Now, obviously that goes in the back. Then we're gonna have the roof section here. Actually, my video, I should probably just lift the camera up a little bit. I think you can see a bit better. Yeah, so then we have this roof will be floating. Okay, so this roof, the way I designed this, we're gonna need some more of these supports anyways. We'll use it in colors that you can see. So we have 1x2 brick with studs on either side. And then we have some hinge plates or hinge bricks. So next year you can build the Parliament. Yeah, actually I already built the Parliament buildings. Again, probably like 15 years ago. Well, I built basically the front facade of the center block. Yeah, it was actually pretty nice. I don't think I ever posted it on my website. It's on my Flickr gallery, for sure. But it is buried in the back somewhere. Okay, so we have snot brick with studs on either side. We have hinge plates, and then I put a tile across that snot brick. Then if we get some Ryan the Brick, do you think you can get it done in time? Yeah, I'm gonna say yes. Gotta be optimistic. So then we'll just put a 6x6 tile on there, and they mesh. Perfect. Actually, this is not the same. Is it the same angle? Oh, it's slightly. Why is it actually slightly different? Maybe I don't want the tile on top. Okay, yeah, so then we have, like that. Cool. So, oh yeah, this works really well. So we have a 6x6 here. So obviously these need to be centered and floating. And I think we'll go, I was calculating the heights of these walls at some point. Oh, I also need the nature sign. We'll get that. Needs to get thrown in the mix here somewhere too. Like right there. Nature.ca. Excellent. And actually, where is that nature sign? It is actually kind of at the end. One thing to keep in mind is that the roof I'm building now actually gets cut, like right here. This is the transition between the center part of this wall, like a third of this wall or a quarter of this wall is on the center section. So we actually only have 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, actually maybe like 20% of this wall, this corner right here, is actually in the center section. But it does look like this nature.ca is centered between the grills on the left and this side wall on the right. So we have basically 6, 10, 14. Minus 6 is 8, so it should be like 4 studs on each side. Yeah, so it should be like about there. Which looks good. We'll overlap our studs a little bit better. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll put that guy there. Excellent. And then I think we'll put a layer of, I'm going to put a plate and then a tile, and then we'll put the roof on top of that. RD Dragon 5, after you finish this build, how long until you tackle the Crystal Royal Ontario Museum? Yeah, I'm going to say no. No, that's not going to happen. Okay, I think I'm also running low on light. Bluish gray longish plates in light gray. Oh, I do have a ton of 1x4s. Excellent. So we're just gonna go gangbusters with the 1x4s. I don't think I have a lot of 1x6s. But I have a few, so I guess we can use some 1x6s. I guess we'll build these walls up first before I tile them up. Cool, 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 cool. Ah, it's already looking pretty sharp. I know the HVAC stuff isn't as interesting from a historical perspective if you're admiring the original design of the building, but it actually does makes for some like pretty interesting design, I think, anyway. I'm a big fan of industrial venting. Okay, and I think, yeah, the venting itself will actually have to be taller, but we'll worry about that later. So this actually goes this way because we have the front of the building. And then I think I'll just tile the edges of this so that the roof will basically sit on the tiles. So if we get our roof panel here, oh, actually, I think what might work well. Oh, I know why. I know why. Okay, so the reason this didn't actually go, and I had a 1x8 tile here, which extends past the edges of the 6x6 tiles. So it's the edge of that 6x6 tile is hitting the edge of the tile. So it actually keeps it at a more acute angle. But if we actually just put a 1x2 tile in there, instead of hitting the edge of the tile, the edges of that 1x2 tile can actually go into the space of the brick or of the 6x6 tile. So you do get a little bit, it just allows it to open up a little bit more. You get a more obtuse angle there. Oh yeah, which is great. This is the angle I want, which looks phenomenal. Okay, so then I just need to drop, this actually needs to be supported in the center, which should be pretty easy to do. Let's figure that out. And for that, we'll need some bricks probably. And we're actually just going to build up a stack of black bricks in here. Nice and solid. So because we only have a single brick in the center, we need to get some jumper plates to center it. And then we'll see. Let's get some tiles for the edges. Really like the use of the wheel covers for the fans on the HVAC. Great use of parts. Oh, cheers. Thanks. I think it's pretty standard these days for 2x2 fans to use those. Cheese slopes instead, then the roof will sit more snugly. Yeah, unfortunately, that's a lot of cheese slopes, and actually the angle is too steep on the cheese slopes for what I want. Also, that's a lot of cheese slopes. It's a pretty big roof, so I'd rather do it with larger tiles. Okay, let's just see what this looks like. Oh, not bad. Oh yeah, no, it's not bad at all. Ah, it looks great. Yeah, it's a pretty nice transition actually. Obviously, I forgot to put another plate on this side. Oh yeah, but that I think is yeah, and that goes on. So this will mesh. Obviously, this structure continues onto the center section. So obviously, it can be left open here. That's fine. Bill, that's a cute angle. Yes, it is. Okay. It's go time. Okay, so I think our heights are good. It's looking not bad. I like it. Interesting. It seems to be bowing ever so slightly. I might actually just extend. We might add just a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I might bridge the gap there. Just to keep everything squared up. I'm just gonna add like a cross support here so that everything is like nicely squared. Excellent. Okay, so we'll take that off. We need a layer of plates first. Oh my god, the color matching is terrible on some of these parts. Actually, yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, now we can put our tiles on, and basically this entire thing will be tiled. I mean, when we look at this sidewall, this is where, like, it actually looks pretty plain. I think it would be cool, as I mentioned, and actually I think it's a good height, to put some stop bricks there and add, oh yeah, I think it'll look really good. In fact, I might actually do that. At some point, maybe not right now, but hold on, I'm just gonna build up a little prototype. See what it looks like. Yeah, but you can see if we have, oh yeah. If we just have stacked 1x4 tiles, it actually looks really good, and I think it looks definitely more accurate. Oh, you can't tell from this angle, but from this angle, when we take a peek at the sides of all these structures, they do have these vertical panels. But the goal today is I just want to get the roof kind of framed out, so I will worry about dressing it up later if we have time. But that looks good. Then I think our vents need to be basically 1 brick higher, approximately. Oh, Eric, that's a great panel look, yeah. M82, yeah, that would really give the little bit of character it's needed, yeah. I agree. Well, actually, these vents, yeah, that's probably good enough for now. Okay, yeah, so definitely have a little bit of action. Excellent. And then we have our existing wall. I guess we'll need an odd number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. I mean, that's okay. Just gonna make another one of those support sections for the roof. Just so that we do have a lot of good support on it. I do need a few more tiles. I do have a lot of 1x4 tiles, so. But I'm not sure I have enough 1x4 tiles to do the entire vertical paneled look on the sides of these buildings. Also, I need to see how these little buildings aren't all the same height on the roof. So obviously, if I'm going to tile them that way, they need to be in good like 1 stud increments. Okay, so we'll need, again, some more support. I'll add some more supports for the roof. That'll go there. And then we do need slightly longer. What do we need? 2x8. And then I had 2 plates and jumper plates. Brian the Brick, Google Earth has magical 3D features? Oh my god, yeah. They've had 3D features for years. It's actually super handy for, well, doing stuff like this. Okay, excellent. So I'm off a bit. Oh, that's because that is 1 stud off. Okay, so oh my god, why can't I put this together? Must be getting hungry. Oh, there's definitely something. All right, there we go. Oh yeah, that's coming along. So we need 3. I'm gonna need some more. So we need 7. I guess on this side I can go 2, 6, 2. I'm just going to build up. So I need 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2x12. So basically I'm just going to fit a panel to, and obviously this will go this way. And this panel, I do believe we can just connect from underneath. Oh yeah, super cool. And then on this side, we'll need just a 2 and a 1. I guess I should pop this off. I guess the whole thing should actually... And then at some point, I will probably try and make this a little more solid. Well, actually, I can definitely add some. Yeah, excellent. And then our... Okay, here we go. How will you fill the gap under the roof, behind and beside those vent parts? That is a very good question. As yet unknown. I do believe that oh yeah, look at that. Oh, amazing. Yeah, I mean, it is a big gray, it's a big gray blob, so it is not that exciting, but, and actually it's a shame that the front is less exciting than the back, but that is what it will roughly look like. Yeah, in which case I think it would look a little bit nicer if we can tile. Well, really, it doesn't make like that much of a difference. We shall see. But anyway, that's pretty cool. I think the angle is roughly the same angle as these shallow grill slopes. So I think we can, we don't need any on this side because it opens up to the other half of the roof. But we will need some. We will need some on the ends. Let's just take a quick look and see how that might stack up. Literally. 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna stick one on the end here just to see how it will look, even though this end will not really require it. Yeah, we'll just see what this looks like. Oh yeah, it's not quite the right angle, but it's not terrible. Actually, if I just go one plate higher. I mean, at some point, we just got to do the best we can. So, yeah, I mean, it's actually not that bad, actually. although it's an odd number. I think I would actually extend this cheese slope all the way to the edge, just so that we can get 3 cheese slopes underneath there. Yeah, but we don't need to do it on this side because that will mesh with the center section, but we will need to do it on this side, which only has 3. Oh, which is fine. I'll put one of those slopes in the middle, and then have tile at the bottom. Yeah, so it's not going to be that bad. It's close enough, I think. Cool. I'm just going to move this out of the way. Actually, I think it's definitely close to lunchtime. So I think I will polish this off later after lunch. But yeah, I'm actually pretty excited about how it looks. It's looking about as good as a square gray roof can look. At least I think it will look better if I ever do decide to put the vertical tiles in. But you never know if that's actually going to work out or not. But because the roof section is very accessible, it should be pretty easy to swap that out as well at any point. Especially since I am planning to make, well, since all of these roof sections will be removable pretty easily, they can be worked on pretty independently. I just want to see what this looks like from the back angle. Yeah, with the nature.ca. Yeah, which actually looks quite nice. Really nice. Yeah, I don't know if there will be enough contrast with the light gray here. Maybe dark gray will look better. We'll just do a little quick mock-up of that. Yeah, it actually might. Which brick did you use the most in this build? Sand yellow. No, I think jumper plates is actually the most used plate or piece. I would say 1x2, the tan. 1x2. Yeah, actually I think the dark gray might actually look better now that it's all kind of in there. But again, we'll reserve judgment. A lot of these details, it's hard to tell until the whole building is complete. So, but it's looking great so far. Oh, we finished the walls, which actually, the towers still need to be finished, but actually I do have a tower on the west wing, which I think I can just pop in there. Yeah, there we go. That'll be what the tops of the towers look like. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, that'll be it for now. So I'm going to wrap it up because I'm hungry and I need to eat lunch. And when I'm hungry, I get grumpy. Thanks for everybody for popping in and those who stuck around for pretty much the whole time. It's very much appreciated. Thanks, Eric, for doing all the moderation. Oh, bye, Jason. Bye, Bill. We'll see you. Oh, actually, I guess next week will be Bricks in the Six. So I don't know if I'll be live streaming. Unless I figure out some way to live stream off my phone. I have no idea what the internet is like at this venue. But we'll see. But otherwise, it'll be 2 weeks until the next live stream. And then we'll do well, who knows what we'll do. We'll wrap up of Bricks in the Six. Okay, thanks for everybody for watching. Keep on building, and we will See you in at least a couple of weeks anyway.